to avoid disaster after striking a deal with US authorities to reduce fines from $14 billion to just $5 billion. The penalty was imposed over its sale of toxic mortgage bonds before the financial crash. Shares dived, but a rally is now enough to save the bank.
The world's riskiest bank. That's what the IMF called Deutsche Bank, inscrutable behind the glass facade of its Frankfurt headquarters. Germany's biggest lender has offices in 70 countries, including, of course, here in London. It is the most iconic bank in Europe's richest economy, and in a world where perception creates its own reality, the bankers get nervous when they see the cameras on the streets outside. The bank's market value has already collapsed 54% in a year. Its stock and debt are under pressure after US authorities asked it to pay a $14 billion settlement over a subprime mortgage investigation. But the bank's current market value is only $16.8 billion. Reports tonight that the US Justice Department has lowered the settlement to $5.5 billion and with it the temperature.
Thinking back to Lehman Brothers, which of course still keeps everyone up at night and puts you into a cold sweat, including you, I'm sure. Is history about to repeat itself here?
I don't think so. In fact, it certainly won't, because Lehman Brothers was an institutional bank dealing mainly with investors. Differences with Deutsche Bank is a big retail bank, big deposit base, 566 billion euros of deposits. It's a much, much more robust balance sheet, and that should see it through very comfortably.
This morning, the boss, John Cryan, a Yorkshireman, wrote to 100,000 staff to reassure them. Dear colleagues, you will have seen speculation in the media that a few of our hedge fund clients have reduced some activities with us. That is causing unjustified concerns. Trust is the foundation of banking. Some forces in the markets are currently trying to damage this trust. There is therefore no basis for this speculation.
Now, despite all the nervous and sweaty upper lips of the city, it is very unlikely that Deutsche Bank would go belly up. If it did, then 100,000 jobs would be at stake, and more than 10,000 right here in the city of London. The ripple effects would be felt around the world. As one analyst told me today, it would make Lehman Brothers look like a picnic. Now, this is a very scary movie, but it is not, I repeat, not a movie coming to a theatre near you anytime soon. Angela Merkel just wouldn't allow it.
In other words, too big to fail. Been there, done that. And in a global banking system where we're all joined at the hip, what happens in Frankfurt famously doesn't stay in Frankfurt.
Californian police have released